Going on.
Back in, mate.
Right in front of the commentary. That's been given away. To the left-hand side. That's not the ball. Trying to go up the still. And forward again. He's got a lot of work to do. Go short. Is that Mark? Once again, this goes over back. Howler picks it up. Now look at tackle late. Trying to lock this down and pull for a little while. Now look through the middle of the ground. Anzac Park, Van Crennan now. Gets it all out front. He's going to turn. He's got a one-on-one in the pocket. Good kick from Van Crennan. Great kick. Running out. Imagine this is nearly the impossible pick up today. We'll see what Martin can do. He's going to have exactly the right spot.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
No one can. Still trying to put a bit of pressure on the Lindisfarne defender. Centre half is where he's going for. Go!
Goals, is that TJ? Liam on the boundary.
on there like it's one back against the manually operated. The first just needs to be away. Wow, did they need that one? We've got one. The other end of the ground.
Real hard time you have is the 50 to fight.
Finally got their first goal.
So it's just turned around here. There's a couple of goals to the Lions to try and get themselves back into this clash. As that kick's gone wide and defensive work by Shank, who's just starting to get into the game. He'll have a role to play. I think that actually went out of bounds on the full. And it'll be a free kick here for Lindisfarne. Short kick up the ground. That's not bad. Finds Phillips. He's had a little bit of the ball. He looks dangerous at a half forward. Huonville don't necessarily have another big player in defence that they can run with. Mickey Paul is up forward. He's been down here a few times. Just knocked away. Onto the ground. That's been smothered. Now's an opportunity. Phillips is running past. Huonville just running over the top of that one was Ali. And the umpire will relieve the pressure for a moment and throw it back up. 4-2. Early stages of this game. We're nearly three quarters away through the first quarter. And this ground is in tip-top conditions considering the deluge we had Thursday and early Friday. Rawson's kick is neat. He's a nice user of the football. The long sleeves. Just goes through tunnel style. Where's Mickey Paul? Has he got some space? Denny finds some space. That's clever from him. Very clever footy. It's the best passage to play for New Norfolk. I should say for Huonville. Now it's into the hands of Braden Guy. So Guy is right in the pocket here. Some fans over there are very well rugged up. It's a coolish day here in southern Tasmania, Eastern Shore. There's Guy tight in the pocket. This is certainly a spot where the wind may just bring this back. Left goalpost is where he'll need to aim. That is not where he's aimed. He's aimed for the right goalpost, and that's where it stayed. So the first minor score for the Lions. They're 2-1, 4-3 to Lindisfarne. The ball's worked wide, neatly done. Ryan Zantuck, I think, for Lindisfarne. Lindisfarne just missing a few of their key defenders from last year's team that played in the grand final. Now it's worked out to Howe. He chips it forward, trying to find Kazakali. He now quickly plays on. That's a neat kick in the hands of Baker. Baker quickly turns to 1-on-1. Van Crennen's going to have to scoot around the back here. He can't. That's a great mark by Golding. Deep in defence. He's played a good game, Golding. He's going to need to. Now he finds McAdoo. McAdoo now deep in defence for Huonville. Drives it long to the far side of the ground. A couple of players going up there. Howe was one of them. It's popped out the back. Is that Mickey Paul? He's come a long way forward. No, it's not Mickey Paul. Howlett. Howlett's kick's clever. Always a really good use of the ball. Howlett finds Hutchinson. Hutchinson's handball just needed a little bit more accurate then. It's popped out. Finds Mulder. Mulder was just running past. We've seen a few free kicks today. And now the ball goes high to a lot of players around the ball. Good defensive punch by Lovell. And it's just relieved by Lovell. He got the punch and then got the ball again. Quickly relieved it. Might not be all that long as Lindisfarne have an opportunity to bring this forward again. They're just holding it up just for long enough. Gee, that was good work. And the ball's just held up. I think that was Schenk showing some energy to get back into that contest. So throwing here around centre wing, maybe just attacking side for Lindisfarne. The push off, then the handball. Now the quick kick in, Van Crennan couldn't quite mark it. There's a kick off the ground. Is that kicking in danger or unduly rough play or whatever the rule is? Certainly hurt his hands. There's a little bit of a push and shove. It was, I think, reasonably legit as Ali now. Ali's kick is good to a one-on-one. Nice bit of body work. Not quite one out. Finds Howe. He had a little bit of time. He might get it back here again. Quick kick going forward. Martin just lost his front position. Clark was excellent then as he came around the back. Still an opportunity. It's come out here to the tight pocket, the dead pocket, the pocket. Oh, great tackle laid on Hutchinson. I think that might be holding the ball, umpire. No, it's not. I think the Lions boys thought it was. As Roberts is coming in to remonstrate. Clark, great tackle by him. Ward just got his hands to it. They've got a lot of numbers around here. They should be able to at least hold this up, Huonville. Just prevent another goal. Ward again. And the ball's on the ground. 25 out from the Lindisfarne 2 Blues goal. There's the umpire just trying to get a bit of space. Van Crennan now just comes in looking for a little sneak. Neither player can get a clear touch. Nicely running through was James. He couldn't quite, just need a little bit more space. He was very congested at the moment. And there's a clearing kick, a bit of a wobbly one. Justin Howlett in the right position. The defensive punch by Golding. Just came over the top. Now running through a Steele. Steele just gets it forward. Oh, gee, that was nearly cut off brilliantly by Ollie Rand. Ollie Rand now gets it without the helmet on. Clears the ball just for now.
A bit too quick for Mickey Paul.
Well, Mickey Paul's kicked a bucket of goals this year, if that's the right phrase. And at this time, he's not getting a lot of good delivery. Zachary now. Looks for someone in the middle of the ground. It's a really good option for Zachary. He finds Hutchinson. Tries to play him with a quick handball. James, the Theodore variety. He's been prominent. Not the best of kicks. It's not bad though, as Martin got that. No, he hasn't. It's the man in front, the old rule in footy. And Huonville will just clear. They've got some players out here. Just on our near side. One of them's Ali. Ali quickly turns around. And he has a look. He doesn't really have anyone. He's got one lead on. He's just going to go high up to half forward. It's to a 1-on-3. Justin Howlett comes over with the defensive punch. Hutchinson goes in. He gets pushed in the back. He'll get a free kick. And that is quarter time here at Anzac Park. 4 goals to zip early on, but a 100-metre penalty. And they've worked their way back into this game. Huonville, they should have, I think, they've got 12 on the scoreboard at the moment, but it is in fact Huonville. 2 goals, 1 at 13. Just trailing Lindisfarne here. Who are 4 goals, 3, 27 at quarter time here on Duff TV.
Bye, Freddie.
Now swings back on his right boot. Now just kicks it to around 20 metres out. Good defensive punch and a good bit of body work by McIndoe. They're just allowed to relieve that little bit of pressure for a bit of while. Rawson just has a bit of space. We didn't have a bit of space. Just going to his knees as Howe comes in, provides a bit of pressure. Good work by Barnett from Huonville. Just gives them an opportunity now just to get some numbers around this. Walks into Guy. Running past the handball was McAdoo, but didn't get it. Now it's just hoiked a long way forward. I reckon that's out of bounds. Just touched. And it is half forward. No, in fact, it's out of bounds. It must have been touched. Fazakli in the ruck for the Blues. Putting his hand up. Doesn't need to put his hand up. He's already tall enough. You know you're going to be in the ruck, young man. Trying to put some body work on him was Reese Ward. He's losing a few centimetres in that ruck contest. And the umpire will come in and this time throw it up into the air to restart play. 4 goals to 2 goals. A couple of goal lead here. 13 points. In fact, it's 14 points is the exact lead. Miller drives the forward pocket. Van Krenner at the back. He's going to claim that mark, Van Krenner, but the first touch wasn't him. He's a little cheeky. It's going to be a throw up here around 30 out. As Van Krenner helped to his feet there. By Matty Phillips, who's a bit of a dangerous forward for Lindisfarne. The ball's thrown into the air. Lindisfarne with a chance. Finds Hutchinson. Hutchinson will move the ball on. I think that was Triffett.
He didn't look.
Probably should have handballed if he did have an opportunity. He had a few players and a behind for Lindisfarne.
You got it back.
That's a wobbly kick. It's okay though. In the end, it probably fell into the hands of the defender for Huonville. The kick isn't great though. Godfrey's got it. He slides to his knees into the turf at Anzac Park. Wheels around onto his right foot, drives it high to around about 20 metres out. Tremendous defensive mark taken by Tyler Clark. Now he might just play on here. He literally has no one. The umpires decided this is the 4th half century we've seen in this game so far, and the 3rd one to Huonville, so it's not going to bring him within kicking distance, but it's certainly going to bring the ball forward, and it's got a decent amount of real estate there as well. So the lead on by Griggs, he's ignored. Now it's a kick to a 4-on-4, and there was a bit of a push out then. The umpire said play on as he waved his arms in the air. Nicky Paul runs past it. He's going to have to go in again. Onto his knees, and onto his hand was Ollie Rand. Rand goes in again. Lots of congestion around there. The ball's held up. And the umpire will throw it up 60 out from the Huonville goal on the attacking side of the ground here at Anzac Park. The conditions are certainly much better than they were early in the day. As Fazakli gets his hands over the top. It's worked out by Roberts. In fact, that might not be Roberts. It might be Triffett over the boundary line. So Huonville trying to get a goal into the breeze. 2nd quarter, Anzac Park. Fazakli over the top. Was able to get a consistent hit on it today. It's the wind maybe held that one up. And the umpire will come in and throw it up. Lots of players. Quick kick out of the pack. That's not bad. Looks for Dennehy. Dennehy has a shot on goal. And they get their 3rd, the Lions. Wow, did they need that? Clever from Brody. He quickly turned on his right boot, snuck it through a small gap, and they get their 3rd. So a couple of goals. There's Reece Ward's in the ruck now for Huonville. He's certainly adding a little spring to his step. Running towards that's Daniel Golding. And a little bit of a hold then as Howlett's taken a ground. For Zachary, he'll use his hands. He's going to find Triffett. Now it's through the middle of the ground. Tom Roberts, clever. Just went to his right. Found a bit of space. Unfortunately, that mark cracked. Couldn't quite hold on to it. Huonville still have some numbers out here. And one of those players is Griggs. Griggs! Was he interfered with when he for the mark? No, the umpire said no, he wasn't. It's gone over the boundary line though. Nice jump from Griggs. He nearly got hold of that one. Couldn't quite get it to his chest. He's certainly playing some better football the Lions. They're able just to corral Lindisfarne as it goes forward. They just need to keep attacking and try and sneak another goal for Zackley with not a lot of space. Goes again. Quick right boot. Kicked high to the forward 50. Good defensive punch by Golding. He's been busy today. Roberts snaps on goal. That might have gone through from Tom Roberts. Yes, it has. That's the 5th on the board for Lindisfarne and one of the better ones, and they've kicked their first hit of the second quarter. So back in the middle of the ground. Lindisfarne with their first goal. Ward jumping high. Got some good springs in his steps. Now it's Lovell. Just didn't have enough room, Lovell. Good tackle, laid on Miller. Case Miller, one of my favourite defenders. The ball's just knocked out here. Lindisfarne on the run again. They're looking dangerous all of a sudden. Looking really dangerous. Roberts just dropped the mark. It bounced off his big chest. Huonville. Now it's going to be a free kick. It is a free kick to Huonville, deep in defence. They did actually have the run, so it wasn't necessary. It's gone out of the ball. So a free kick here. So this should be a shot on goal. Left forward pocket. The breeze will certainly bring this ball back around. Just stick it up in front of the square and never see what might happen. Kick is good. The kick is just to the near side. And a minor score for Lindisfarne. So 5 goals, 5 here, Lindisfarne, 35. 3 goals, 119. So a couple of goals. They in fact kicked 3 goals in a row, Huonville. It's just settled here, Lindisfarne, with a response in their second quarter. Just on the edge of that pack. And it's going to be held up.
Hopefully maybe one more goal next 5 minutes.
Big leap. As held without the football. The umpire's right there, but he's cool play on. He must have just had it in his hands. Roberts runs past it. Now he goes to his knees. He gets on the ground like a rat. Somehow gets his foot to it. A lot of energy there. He will release just for a little while, but it might be coming back in a hurry. Or is always the case here at Anzac Park, just on the road side of the ground. The umpire, whoever's on that side of the ground, is doing a heck of a lot of work, as the wind generally tends to push it that way. So Ward again, just gets his left hand to it. Just move the ball into the ground. Hutchison was in there for Lindisfarne. It's rolled out to Roberts. He loses it, bumping off each other. Huonville, can they release it? Not for long enough. Going down to his knees was Ward, I should say Golding. A couple of players dragged at the football without getting near it. The umpire says, that's mine again. It's been a pretty scrappy second quarter after a pretty good first quarter. Huonville kicking the first, I should say Lindisfarne kicking the first 4 goals of the game. But it's been mostly pretty even contest since then, as Ward winning the ruck contest at the moment. That might be a little bit of a hold then, and a free kick. Is it? Yes, it is. A free kick for Lindisfarne. And a chance for their 6th goal. That might be Justin Triffett. Trying to hear his kicking is a long way to the left. Just in the end, sneaking through for another minor score. Lindisfarne just wasting some opportunities with the breeze here in the second quarter. They could have easily been 5 or 6 goals up here. Kick goes wide out. Here's our man, Michael Paul, trying to get a bit of the football. He's not getting much love up forward. He might have to get on the end of a handball here. Yes, he does, and he gets tackled straight away. Pushes off one and pops a handball over the top. He'll get it back again, maybe. That's the only way he's going to get possession into this breeze. Huonville have struggled to move the ball forward with any great consistency, and that's just hoiked into the air. It's not the best option. And it's going to be cut off by Howe. Howe now, defensive side of centre wing for Lindisfarne. Looks up ground, goes short. That was sloppy. And the ball's dropped by Zantuck and over the boundary line. He had the opportunity then to Zantuck to quickly play on. Unfortunately, didn't have the football. Centre wing ball up. Now, just pulled off then was Reece Ward. Definitely looked like his left shoulder was grabbed. Well, certainly the jumper was grabbed. Now it's moved forward, but the only man there is Blaisley. Blaisley now. Long kick to the forward. That's a great kick by Blaisley. And he's found a teammate a long way for the field. I think that's Martin. Yeah, he's had a couple of shots on goal already, Martin. Same size of the ground from the other end of the ground, Ryan Martin. On this occasion, he's on the other end of the ground. He's going to kick from around 52 metres. Loads up towards goal. Just hasn't quite got the radar on him. What is slightly blustery conditions and another minor score. So plenty of opportunities as Huonville trying to kick this one back in the breeze. Michael Paul definitely gets pushed out as he went up. The umpire said play on, or we were behind the action there, so it could have well been play on. Just dropping the ball was Lawler. James was tackled. Not holding the ball, says the umpire. He didn't have prior opportunity. And we'll have the ball up. Lots of players around it. Huonville look like they're throwing an extra player back in defence in this second quarter just to stem the play. At the moment, it's okay. Van Crennan might have just been held. In fact, it's going the other way, so I just missed that one off camera. That isn't great. Don't tell me this should be another one. Not another one. It's gone way across the face of goal. And miss Coombs. He went to his knees. Now he gets back up again. Huonville have a few players just in the middle of the ground. One of them is Lawler. Lawler's handball is good. Just opening up a little bit of space. Now there's a player over the back. It's Clark. Clark just needs a turn. It might fall into his hands. It didn't. It nearly fell in the hands of Barnett. Barnett couldn't quite mark the ball, and unfortunately, the only man around him was Justin Howlett. He laid a very good tackle, and that was a good build-up from Huonville, but the kick into the forward 50 just needed to be 3 or 4 metres longer. Defensive punch. Mickey Paul should get onto this one. He looks up forward. He doesn't have anyone, so he's got to go short. It's a good option. Huonville a chance. They're around 60 metres out. Look out for Zantuck. He's going to punch here. He just lost a little bit of space on Dennehy. And Dennehy in a pocket where it's not as easy to kick goals, but a little easier than the other side of the ground. He's going to have a chance to keep Huonville in touch here in the second quarter. The breeze will assist this ball come back. That looks very good. That is a goal. Dennehy gets one back for the Lions, and they've got their third. In fact, they've got their fourth, and they hold on here at Anzac Park.